February 19th, 2011. Midnight, and Flight 804 is coming into land at McGee Tyson Airport in Knoxville. All the pilot needs is clearance from the radar controller in charge of the airspace around the airport.
Yes, sir, we're trying to get a hold of Knoxville approach or Knoxville departure, and we cannot raise them.
The pilot radios the tower on the correct frequency. He gets no response. He tries again. Again, no response.
3 Papa Charlie, stand by.
Finally, the pilot makes contact with another controller in charge of taxiing at the airport, who helps him to land. Over the next few hours, this controller has to man all the airspace and taxiways on his own, as he is unable to reach his colleague in the radar room.
We don't have any radio contact with them.
Live car 804 Tango Fox.
Tower, live car 1 Charlie Whiskey, nobody home.
3:47 a.m. Word of what's going on is spreading among the pilots as the remaining controller helps other aircraft to land. After 5 hours of silence, a colleague finally gets a chance to make his way to the radar room. Even though the airport is fully operational, he finds the controller asleep. He's fashioned a bed for himself out of couch cushions and a blanket. In an industry that doesn't sleep, a controller has to be as awake at 3 a.m. as they would be in the middle of the day. Shockingly, this was not an isolated incident. Just weeks later at 2 a.m., a medical flight is coming into land at Reno Tahoe Airport in Nevada.
Cyan Lifeguard 20 Tango November.
The call sign Lifeguard means this flight is on an urgent medical mission. Landing quickly is imperative.
Don't lock on ground, clearance, or tower.
He tries again. Again, no response. Like most smaller airports, there's only one controller on duty on the night shift at Reno. So the pilot's only hope is to contact the Air Traffic Control Center in Sacramento.
Got a pretty sick patient. We may just have to land when we have clearance on.
Imagining there's a problem with the radio or the frequency, the air traffic controller from Sacramento phones the tower at Reno on its landline.
Lifeguard 2 Tango November, and they're not answering the phone line either. We're going to try and get another number. See if someone can go up there and check the tower.
Since the flight is carrying a patient in a critical condition, they have no choice.
We're going to need to land.
The controller from Sacramento is unable to assist any further. The pilot has no other option. He's forced to land blind. If another aircraft attempts to land or take off from the runway he's approaching, the outcome could be fatal.
Lifeguard 2 Tango November, roger, and landing will be at your own risk.
The pilot made it down safely. The controller in charge was found to be asleep.
Air traffic controllers often work on rotating schedules. That is, they could have the day shift one week and a couple of days later switch to a shift that's 16 hours later in the day. And they have to do this and still maintain their very, very high level of focus, very, very high level of concentration.
In the dead of night, working alone, staying awake can seem like the biggest challenge facing an air traffic controller. But the rules have been changed over the last couple of years, forcing major airports to employ at least 2 people on duty at the same time to prevent each other from falling asleep.